21 past 1, Pat Panetta, the Saturday edition of the Weekend Break with our nutritionist Lola Berry.
Wrapped to be here.
And today we're talking about mood foods because what you put in your mouth is so important, isn't it? And it sort of dictates your mood.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't actually see the connection between it, but serotonin is the stuff that makes us feel happy in our brain, right? Now, 10% of those receptors are in our brain, 90% are in our small intestine. So, if you're having food that isn't good for you, it's going to affect serotonin and how happy you feel. So, good food really does affect our moods.
So dark, leafy sort of salad type food.
Yes.
What was the other thing you said? Nuts?
Raw nuts and seeds and whole grains.
So if I was feeling stressed at work and I ate them, how long would I start to feel relaxed? Does it kick in pretty quickly?
And not as fast as protein kicks in. So protein's the other one. So protein like steak, eggs, all of that kind of jazz, that kicks in straight away, and that helps because it gives you all the cofactors and precursors to make all the neurotransmitters we need, and that works within about 20 minutes. Protein's
so good, isn't it? Get up in the morning, have some eggs, that's a nice big protein fix, or some, what else is protein in the morning?
Well, you do eggs. Protein. I eat steak for breakfast, I eat leftovers.
Well, you know, this is the thing, we're so used to eating cereals and different things in the morning, but what's wrong with getting up in the morning and having steak,
leftovers,
broccoli?
That's what I do. Yeah, 100% eat like a caveman.
That's right. Keep away from the supermarkets. Well, you know, the processed food in the supermarkets. Thank you very much. We've got Shane McGuinness coming in after the break, and then Father Bob Maguire and Les Twentyman will join me in the studio. You're a fantastic, Lola. We'll see you soon. 29-2.
I don't remember one particular grand final. The game hadn't even started and it was a big fight. I think it was Preston and Dandenong with the guy that used to play full forward for Hawthorn, John Peck.
Wow.
So that put bums on seats.
Yeah. It's good that they've stamped it out.
Absolutely.
I know locally it's still a few problems, but the AFL seem to be on top of it.
Particularly in junior sport, I think one weekend this year, 7 games were called off because of violence.
Seddon's become a very popular area, but I remember playing footy and we used to go to play against the Seddon Footy Club. And they were the scariest. They had beards and moustaches, and I was only under 10.
Well, they had to actually run across the road to get onto the ground. I was actually playing there one day for Albion, and a guy jumped out of a tree on top of me in the forward pocket because the trees went across the ground.
He's hidden in the tree. So that's not a bad tactic. All right, we're talking about Are We Too Soft on Crime, but just quickly, because it was in the news during the week, Father Bob, the Occupy Melbourne people, they were camped in your backyard.
Yes, they're not camped in the backyard at all. They're not Occupy Melbourne when they're in my backyard.
Yeah, they're individuals, they're not they're not protesters.
Transient pilgrims.
Well, I think that it was represented in the paper maybe. When I heard you talk about it, it felt like it was different than what I read in the paper.
The paper, right? Poor bugger in the paper, the kid who wrote the article, he did all right, but it's the other bloke, the editor.
Yeah.
The headline editor. They're going in a week.
They're still there and they're going.
They're going in a week, whoever they are.
But you said that last week, I think.
Yeah, but they're going in a week.
Almost time to go. Father Bob, before we go, during the week, Father Tony Kelly from Tasmania says to take the cross off the top of the hot cross bun because it's lost its religious significance. I know I've only given you 20 seconds, but your thoughts on that? Should we remove the cross from the hot cross bun?
Well, he can, but I'm saying he should employ the homeless people to get the crosses off, as he pay them.
Right.
And then I'll have another bunch of people round about a week before Good Friday who'll put them back on again.
I see.
So if they're that effective...
Yes, increase unemployment.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, use it.
So I guess that's
the spin.
That's the spin. So employ people to take the cross off, then employ people to put it back on.
Not if it's a big issue, huge issues.
What an idea.
Huge issue.
Bonus for the tip of the tongue. We do that after news. Thank you, boys.
Thank you, comrades.
News.